zoning appeals. Um, do we have minutes? Can I get approval for the minutes from last meeting?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion granted. We don't need a proof of publication because we had it in the last meeting. And the affidavits, we've seen all that. That's in the last meeting. So before the board today, we have two petitions. First one is Thomas Rambo of 704 Line Street, Decatur, Indiana 46733 is requesting a special exemption to run a business kennel in an R1 zoned area referred to the city code 150.042. Contingent use permitted by special exemption B, home occupation. For the record, can you state your name? And
my name is Thomas Eugene Rambo, 704 Line Street, Decatur, Indiana.
Wonderful. Thomas has met with us before, and he just needed to get a couple more ducks in a row. How are things going?
It's going great. At first, I was having a hard time. I have contacted Waste Management, Republic, Reliable, and GFL, I think it's called, and to try to see how I could take care of the cat feces and the cat litter problem, because that was our remaining issue.
Okay.
Reliable seems to be the best one so far. They have said for $33 a month that they would have a receptacle that I could use. And I got to thinking about it. There's nothing set in stone yet to use them, because like I was talking with Kurt, I got scammed out of my first set of kennel supplies online during Thanksgiving. But I was able to procure funding that is in the process right now. Of course, I had to, in order to procure that funding, I had to make certain, I had to pay off certain expenses in order to get the funding. So I paid off certain expenses, and I'm going to have the funding to do it, no problem. I can give you my Kathy McGill, my person at ProFed who's doing the work for me. Everything should be done within 2 to 3 weeks to where I have all the funding that I need. I'm going from a 24 to 32% interest on credit cards to 7% interest, 7.25 interest on the funding, which that's actually pretty good to get 7.2%. So like I say, the places that will take the cat litter and the cat feces, I went through all that, and I'm still going through it. Like I say, Reliable seems to be the best one. They're going to get back with me again here by tomorrow. They said tonight or tomorrow. And then I got to thinking, that's spending money outside of Decatur. That's spending money that, if I could find a way in Decatur to spend money. And so I went out and I talked with Jeff McIntosh, and he said that as long as I had receptacle, he would have no problem taking it out there at the landfill. So this whole time I've been busting my brains trying to figure out what to do. It was a simple thing to take care of. I just went out there and I talked to him.
You just have to get it to the transfer station,
right. I
and then
it's not picked up by anybody else. I take it out there.
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's a $33 a month savings then.
Yeah, I mean, when the rate is 0 to 99 pounds is $8.50, and I'll have nowhere near that much.
Correct. Yeah.
So that savings right there is a lot.
Sure. Good.
That has taken care of that problem.
Okay.
Like you talked about, it's just my funding is coming through to get the shed, and it will be a prefab shed. It's already made, so we won't have to worry about Brad, Kurt coming out to make sure I got it put together right with the instructions and all that. Unless he wants to come out and see the kennel.
Well, we'll have to come out once the shed's
Yeah.
installed, just to
Yeah.
verify you put it where you marked it.
Right.
Well, it sounds like you've done your due diligence. Kurt, do you have any?
He marked out where he's gonna put the shed. We went out, we measured everything. He's within city guidelines for setbacks. He meets fire code. He's gonna be 6 foot away from the garage. You only need 5.
questions?
Mr. Rambo, how many cats were you originally requesting? Just to
Originally,
restate
I was
that.
thinking up to 12, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford that many at one time.
Okay,
So I'm only looking at maybe 3, maybe 4 at one time, at the max.
at the max. Is that, so is,
It depends on how much funds I have
mm-hmm,
in order to get them fixed and trying to take them to.
sure. Like rehome or
Right.
permanent,
Well,
permanent
now,
locations?
like I said, I started may I approach,
Yeah, yes, you may.
I started
Yeah.
a,
All right. Was Duchess your cat?
Oh.
Duchess, is not my cat, it's one of the community cats that was around. I just named her Duchess.
Okay.
Very nice. So you have your own page
Yeah,
that you
your own
can
page,
kind
so
of
I can try-
update.
Yeah, yeah. And what I'll do is I'll be posting their pictures and everything in order
Mhm.
to try to get them adopted.
Okay,
If I can't get them adopted, maybe get them to a barn.
sure. Do you have a means of being able to accept donations?
That's a GoFundMe I've started, I just haven't got that put on there yet.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Mr. Rambo, with the number of cats that you anticipate having, generally the BZA would set some parameters on the max number of animals that would be permissible within the variance. So your original application had requested up to 12. Are you now amending that and reducing the
No,
number, or you would like to have a maximum of up to 12, but you anticipate only having 3 or 4?
Yes, that's what we're looking at, yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at putting Clark cages in there, which a Clark cage is like a mini condo for a cat.
Okay.
It'll have a food bowl in there, it'll have their own litter box,
Mhm. Okay.
and of course you want to keep them separate because you don't want diseases getting out.
Sure.
Okay. So now the board will hear comments from people in opposition, as there is nobody here but us. The board will hear comments from people in favor. Same scenario. Does the board have any final questions or comments to the applicant?
Nope.
The board is satisfied. Okay, the board will read the finding of facts. Those are identical.
There's two findings of fact because we also have to do
Yes.
But how do you
Waive in the
distinguish
parking
between one and the
spot.
other?
Well, this is, they identify each of the special exceptions
Oh.
that are being
I didn't see
sought.
that, sorry.
So this is the one that you'll read. This is for the variance to maintain the kennel. And then the second variance is to waive the requirement for the additional parking space
She threw
from
me off.
operating a home occupation.
Perfect, I got thrown off by the highlight. All right, special exemption is required for the use of such an unusual nature that the operation may give rise to unique problems with respect to their impact upon neighboring property and public facilities. The board may authorize a special exemption for certain uses as defined in this chapter, providing the applicant has provided information that the proposed special exemption will be in compliance with all applicable conditions and requirements of this chapter. Number one, the establishment, maintenance, or operation of the special exemption will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare. Yes if you agree, no if you disagree.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. The special exemption will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair property value within the neighborhood.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. The establishment of the special exemption will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding property for uses permitted in the district.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. adequate utilities, access roads, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or are being provided.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Adequate measures have been or will be taken to provide ingress and egress so designated to minimize traffic congestion to the public streets.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. And special exemption will be located in a district where such use is permitted and where all other requirements set forth in 150.263 applicable to the special exemption will be met.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Is therefore the decision that the petition for special exemption is granted or denied?
Granted.
Granted.
Granted. Do we have restrictions?
I would suggest encompassing information that Mr. Rambo had shared with restrictions to include maintenance of appropriate shelter, enclosures to prevent the animals from,
Escape.
yes, meandering.
Yeah.
And
And I could add to that, I have bought cat mace. And cat mace is a granular thing that you can put down that could keep other cats from coming around.
kind of creates a barrier or a perimeter. Okay.
All right.
And then also adequate removal of animal waste from the premises.
You're gonna write that in, right?
Yes, I will.
And limit of
But
12.
those restrictions need to be voted on and approved, please.
And limit of 12.
And with a maximum, capacity of up to 12 felines.
Okay,
12
so
cats.
the restrictions are a maximum capacity of up to 12 felines. All waste is properly disposed of
Outside of the city,
and the facility is maintained.
appropriate enclosures,
Adequate water, food, shelter.
and appropriate shelter,
Do we need to vote on
please.
that? Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's granted.
Alright,
Okay. That's done.
did you sign?
I did.
Okay.
On to the next one. All right, this special exemption is for additional parking space required to waive your additional. The board may be authorized a special exemption for certain uses as defined in the chapter, providing the applicant has provided information that the proposed special exemption will be in compliance. Well, I don't want to do the finding of facts yet, do I? Carry on. My head's cloudy. Okay, so that, did you explain what you want with that for the record?
Well,
Doesn't want
he
with it.
he
I know.
doesn't, and
Okay.
it may not require a lot of additional information. Is there any reason why are you wanting the extra space? Do you have that adequate part? So, when,
Nobody would be, if they did, they could park on my driveway. I mean,
yeah,
there's
Okay.
no reason for anybody to actually be there unless they're coming to adopt one of the kittens.
okay,
With the home business, we're supposed to grant a special, spot, and you're just waiving that right for the extra spot, cause you don't need it.
Oh, so you would
Generally-
grant an extra spot for somebody to park?
generally, there's an obligation to maintain an additional parking spot when you're operating a home occupation.
So I would
And
have to put like stone beside my driveway for someone, or?
this variance would waive that requirement, so
Oh,
you don't
Yeah,
have to
you
do
don't have to
anything
do
else.
anything.
Yeah.
This is just a
Yes.
formality.
Yeah, so I
Um,
think you could probably move forward with reading through the findings of fact,
Well, thank you.
if you would like to do it that way.
Okay, this first finding of fact, the establishment, maintenance, or operation of these special exemptions will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Special exemption will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair property value within the neighborhood.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Establishment of the special exemption will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding property for uses permitted in the district.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Adequate utilities, access road, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or are being provided.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Adequate measure have been or will be taken to provide ingress or egress so designed to minimize traffic congestion in the public streets.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. And special exemption will be located in a district where such use is permitted and where all other requirements set forth in 150.263 applicable to the special exemption will be met.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 yeses. Therefore, the decision of the board that the petition for special exemption be granted or denied.
Granted.
Granted.
Granted. 3 granted. Restrictions really none because it's no parking
There's
spot.
yeah. It's,
Okay, so you're good to go. Carry on with your cat business.
It's,
We wish you all
it's
the
trying
luck.
to help the city, basically. I mean,
It really is,
No,
and
it's a
we
good thing.
appreciate all of the effort that you've taken to get to this point, and like the thoughtful consideration that BZA for our questions, and just being able to build a plan that is set up to work as you intend it to, because it really is a nice service for our community, and I think that you are being a very good neighbor, and animal lover, so,
it's like I told Kurt.
thank you.
I don't love just cats. I've had dogs myself.
Mhm.
I've had birds.
Mhm.
It's just that right now, what the city needs is they need help with the cat problem. And this is my way of trying to help with the city and help the neighborhood
Yes,
both. So
so it's appreciated, thank you
We
very much.
appreciate it very much. Thank you.
I've also got a Johnson's Auto Sales here in town has asked me once I get started if I would consider going down there and picking up some of them that they got down there too. So.
Look at you, like you're gonna be known.
well, for a nice donation, maybe you will.
Well, if they want to
Yeah.
donate so much to getting content, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
You might start,
That's another thing that I want to try
you
to
might
get through.
start considering things like that.
The GoFundMe, the possibility of getting funding from different businesses that have problems with plastic trash and stuff. Yeah, it's
It's a
all
thing.
on the agenda. I mean,
Good, good,
All
we
right.
wish you all the best, thank
You're
you.
good to go. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Bet.
When do I need? Okay, okay,
I'd say if you're 3 weeks out, come in about 2 weeks.
okay. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Old business. Do we have any?
No.
Okay, no
just
old
walked out
business.
the door.
New business.
New business.
On the
we got-
second page.
On the second page.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay.
Rich Sheila of 428 Meadow Lane is requesting a 6-foot variance to install 8-foot rear yard fence, per city ordinance 150.323, supplemental regulations. Fence is not more than 6 feet in height, may be located in the required side and rear yard. Then we have St. Mary's Catholic Church and Bob Busher Homes. For 103 South 5th Street, they're requesting an 8-foot variance for a 17-foot front yard setback off of 5th Street. And then they are also seeking a 6-foot variance for a 19-foot front yard setback off of Madison. Now, this last one, we're forcing them to do, reason being, they're putting a window well, and it's a very extensive window well, off the side of the house.
Bless
It's
you.
Bless
gonna
you.
stick out about 6 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it doesn't stick above ground,
Mm-hmm,
but it is a hole.
Yeah.
There are kids that walk through there, so we're making them seek that 6-foot variance.
Is this like fire access or?
Yeah, it's egress,
a lower level
Building code requires-
bedroom.
building code requires at least 1 window well for every basement now.
Oh,
And if you have bedrooms in that basement, each bedroom must have a window well with an egressable window.
Makes
So,
sense.
I don't know why they're not putting it around the back, but
that, I'll get a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Motion granted.